You know, one of the garbage things about feeling like you spend a lot of time learning how to be an improvisational actor is the feeling that when you are in front of the camera, you're like, I don't need a script. I'll be fine. I don't need to. I'll be better off if I just don't overthink this one. And that's true, but then I sit down and I start doing some crap like this, and I have no idea what I'm talking about and don't know what I'm about to go into. But, as it is, welcome to the first segment of Half-Baked Thoughts with MJTR, a random little mini-series, kind of diversion I'm going to be hosting on HalfwayBeret. I don't know how often, maybe weekly. Weekly sounds about right. Maybe Sunday nights, this will be a regular thing. I don't know. But, I've actually been thinking about doing something like this for a little while, just as a place to kind of compose my thoughts, because, quite frankly, I feel like I've got a decent amount of things to say. I feel like I can, collect my thoughts on a lot of things right now. This is going to be a show mostly focused on reflecting on myself as a content creator, my thoughts on other people as content creators right now, I guess. I'm, in a rather humble position at the moment. I have one short story that has been published at this point. 20 others in progress or something, but one has been published in, a very minimal capacity. I've got a YouTube channel, this one right here, which does better than I would have ever imagined. So I guess I can talk about huge amounts of success there. I made a decent, maybe not relative, huge as a relative term, huge as, oh my lord, 50,000 views I secured, and only half of them are that damn Samurai Jack video. And I have I've established a career by now, writing on fanfiction.net, which I've always kind of thought, because my YouTube career has been so much of just adapting other people's material, I always think it would be cool to see a bit more reaction out of my time of writing fan fiction, but the response has been pretty phenomenal anyway. I'm just someone who, hopes for things that are well beyond himself, and I'm sitting around waiting for fan art and crap like that. Same deal with, I got a YouTube, I have a Let's Play channel nobody watches, and, even before that, I had a channel called MJTR Radio, which you should not look into, because my videos are awful on that channel. But, apart from all of that, I just wanted the chance, I've wanted for a while the chance to kind of look back on the fact that, I've wanted to tell stories and stuff for as long as I've known how to talk, basically. That, this has always been a real passion of mine. This is something I care very deeply about, something I have a lot of fun doing, and, the obvious solution was always, oh, you should start a blog, but, the reality of that is just a matter of, well, I have a hard time writing the things that I want to write about most of the time, and I'm not one for writing about personal experience. Personal experience is much more something I like to vocalize. It's much more, it benefits more, at least in my experience, from something handled from an oral perspective, I guess. Yeah, this is an oral retrospective. Let's go with that. So, yeah, it's, I'm still at a very, it feels like, it's still feeling like I'm in a largely very early part of my career as a producer of anything. I've never really made any money off of anything I've made at this point, but I've made a lot of crap. That's the thing. I've made a decent number of videos by now. I've cut together stuff, improvisational humor, various fanfics, all kinds of my original work, which I can't show to the internet at this point because I'm saving it for novel publications and stuff like that. So this is just kind of going to be a look back from my perspective on stuff I've created, stuff that's inspired me, stuff that I've done adaptations of, just kind of a chance to look back, talk about stuff. I don't care. Fanfics, anything done on HalfwayBeret, creepypasta, whatever. I'm just a guy who's really passionate about, new and fun and interesting ways of telling stories that feel like they're, untrod ground. I'm a storyteller at heart. What can I say? And tackling stuff that it feels like nobody else is going to tackle. Why do I do Runaways? Because Marvel won't. Because we don't have our damn Runaways movie at this point. So, that's a big motivating factor for why I'm doing it. Why do I really, really want to do an adaptation of the Stephanie Brown era of Batgirl comics? Because I don't see DC doing it. I've got all these characters and concepts that I love that I feel like are kind of unwalked territory at this point. And I just wanted a chance to just kind of sit around, talk about some things, share my thoughts on anything, really. I suck at making intro videos, can you tell? That's why this channel doesn't have an intro video, by the way. I don't even know what I would do there. I don't. HalfwayBeret stuff, creepypasta. None of it's made me a huge deal at this point, but just the reactions that I have gotten have been wonderful. And not everybody's gonna take over the internet with their dinky little YouTube channel. I understand that. I don't expect that. That's fine. I'm not unhappy with where I am. If anything, this is because I like being where I am so much, and like being able to look back on all my old work, even stuff I am a little embarrassed about, and I just wanted the chance to talk about it, give a perspective to, the people who do care about this stuff, and who, maybe I have entertained at some point or another. Maybe like once or twice I have bumped into people who I'll get talking about, following fan fiction and crap like that, and I'll mention, did you know I wrote Dante's Night at Freddy's? And like once or twice, just once or twice, but like once or twice I blew someone's mind saying that. So, if that's not cool, what is? So, yeah, just an opportunity to sit down in front of the camera, pick my own brain a little bit, figure out for myself what makes me tick in just this environment, kind of as you would do a blog. That's why they call them vlogs, I guess, because it sounds just like blog, whatever. Just a chance to talk about some stuff, lay my thoughts on the table, give an interesting perspective to, someone that a couple of people have really, you guys have made me feel really fantastic. Those of you who have, followed my work, those of you who have commented on my videos, reviewed chapter after chapter my fanfics, faved my creepypastas, any of that crap, you guys mean the world to me. It's, you make me feel like $1 million. And I hope that as I continue working on material that I can actually publish and actually, make a few bucks off of. I hope I get to continue feeling that, because you guys have just helped me, to be sure that I'm good at what I do, to press myself to continue improving, and all that great stuff. So, this is half-baked thoughts right here. Let's get into some retrospectives. Let's get into some thoughts. Let's get into some reflections. Let's talk about some stuff.